Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome once again to World Championship Boxing on Eurosport. Tonight, two crackers, potentially. Johnny Tapia first up defends against the Brazilian Giovanni Andrade. This one, of course, in defense of his WBO Super Flyweight Championship. There is a man, of course, who had drug problems for many years. Looks like he might have shaken all that off now. And in the corner, of course, Sugar Ray Leonard. Now, Giovanni Andrade's got problems. One of them is he's coming down 2 weights for this opportunity. He's really, I think, a super bantamweight.
Serving the great Los Angeles area here in Englewood, California, where tonight, Forum Boxing in association with your undisputed, undefeated King of Beers, Budweiser, presents World Championship Boxing. This bout is sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission Chairman William Eastman, Vice Chairman, Hall of Famer from the NFL, Mr. Willie Buchanan, Commissioners in attendance, Kim Wilshans and Andrew Kim, Executive Officer Richard DeCure. The timekeepers are Aaron Koslow and John Lichty. Your physicians at ringside are Dr. Robert Carnes and Dr. Paul Wallace. This bout is also sanctioned by the World Boxing Organization. President and supervisor at ringside, Francisco Barcasel. The 3 judges scoring this bout on a 10-point must system will be Dave Nelson, Horacio Bacamon, and Tomas Vasquez. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, referee Raul Caiz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Great Western Forum, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBO Junior Bantamweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trimmed with gold and weighing 115 pounds. His professional record, 18 victories with only 2 defeats, 13 of his 18 victories by KO. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sao Paulo, Brazil, introducing the #1 ranked challenger in the world, Giovanni Andrade. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trimmed with turquoise, and also weighing in exactly at 115 pounds. His professional record, 33 victories without a loss, with 2 draws, 19 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, from Albuquerque, New Mexico, presenting the undefeated WBO Junior Bantamweight Champion of the World, the baby-faced assassin, Johnny Tapia.
Right, that's it then. That's our kickoff match this evening. Johnny Tapia defending his WBO Super Flyweight title, or Junior Bantam, whichever you prefer, for the 5th time. And his opponent, I'm afraid, as I say, coming down 2 weight divisions here, from Super Bantam to Super Fly. He's 25 years of age, and both of his losses have been on points, but 18 good wins. Became Brazilian champion back in 1994, had 1 defense, and currently ranked, and this is what bothers me, ranked currently in the world by the independent World Boxing ranking. He's at number 34 in the Super Bantamweight division. Tapia, on the other hand, is ranked number 9 in the Super Flies. So who knows, there may not be too much between these two at the finish. So Tapia then in the dark shorts, irrepressible. Of course, in 1990, he packed it in for 3.5 years, having got himself into a great deal of trouble over drugs and assorted associated crime. But a former USBA champion with some very good wins under his belt. A future world champion, John Johnson, beaten by Tapia. Jesus Chong, another champion, beaten by Tapia. And the very useful Luigi Camputaro, beaten by Tapia. But of course he came back in 94, picked up the WBO title towards the end of the year. Of course, one big result for Johnny Tapia was last time out. He beat Willie Salazar in 9 rounds to defend this title. Willie Salazar, of course, the man responsible for beating Danny Romero, who, of course, is screaming for a fight with Tapia. So this tall, slim Giovanni Andrade from Sao Paulo in Brazil. A big chance for him to prove himself here. Looks like a fairly upright boxer. Been a pro since April 1993. Tapia, of course, goes back to 1988. So big gap there in experience between these two. And also Tapia's had 35 fights. He's unbeaten, but 2 draws against him. His first draw, in fact, came in his first ever pro fight back in '88. And the other one was against Ricardo Vargas. That was a technical draw after 8 rounds in defense of this title. Got cut, of course, you may remember that. So approaching the last 30 seconds of round 1 of a scheduled 12. And this tall, lean Brazilian. Not done a great deal, I don't think, in this first round. You'd have thought he'd have tried and spear Tapia with that long left hand, keep him away. Of course, Tapia loves to get close and feel his fists on his opponent. Nice little right there from Tapia. So, good opening round then for Johnny Tapia. Always smiling. Maybe it's something he's on. As I say, he used to be a terrible addict. Thought he'd got all that behind him. Got his license back to box, but to only 1 fight at a time. And I do believe that's still in existence. And of course, he did the unforgivable. He tried to sell fake drugs to an undercover policeman, but got away with it. Round 2 then, Johnny Tapia in the dark, defending his WBO super flyweight time for the 5th consecutive time. Of course, at the age of 29 now, Tapia doesn't have, I don't believe, a great future. But of course, that one showdown with Danny Romero is the one we're all hoping for. And of course, Romero, like Tapia, also from Albuquerque in New Mexico. No names really on the record of Andrade to conjure with, so I shan't bother you with that, except to say that all but a handful of his fights have taken place in Brazil. 5 of them have taken place in Argentina.